The Trump administration is planning to scale back a program that protects undocumented family members of active duty soldiers from being deported, according to attorneys who work with those individuals. So previously, well, let's give you the details from the attorneys first, and we'll give you the history of this program and why it is so reprehensible that the Trump administration is making the change that they are. Attorneys for military families with an undocumented relative say their clients have been told the parole in place program is being terminated, prompting them to scramble to apply for its protections before it comes to an end. One government lawyer had a message obtained by NPR that said, "I would advise clients that if they're eligible for parole in place to submit it ASAP. Wish there was better news to share. Big takeaway is that no group is safe any longer." So what is this program? Parole in Place is designed to offer temporary relief from deportation for military families where a spouse or loved one came to the country illegally, in order to allow troops to serve without fear that their families could be sent home while the service member is deployed. It specifically allows military family members who have come to the country illegally and can't adjust their immigration status to stay in the US temporarily. A spouse who overstayed a visa, for example, would not be protected under the program. So it does not provide protections in all cases, but the idea there is that if you are serving in the military, in active duty, the last thing you need on top of all of the stress of serving in our forever wars around the globe is the idea that while you're abroad, your family member is going to be deported. And I believe this program actually, oddly, was set up under George W. Bush. It didn't provide protection for everybody, but it was a good move. These people are serving, they're serving their country. Maybe we could cut their family a little bit of a break. And Donald Trump, as much as he loves to talk about how much he loves the military, he hates immigrants more. And so this change is happening right now.
And you ever see those videos? They're the biggest tearjerkers, I feel like, on social media. It'll be a mom who's on active duty and she'll come to the school and surprise her kid. And it's obvious how big of a pain this is on this family. You know, they're without a major member of the family for so long, and they're over and they're fighting for the country, and you could actually come home and your husband be deported. What?
Yeah,
You're making
or be
this
deported while you're
massive
abroad.
Sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
So this term's family values.
Yeah.
What about the children? Support the troops. Hey, thank you for your service.
But don't kneel during the anthem.
Right. We throw these terms around and call ourselves the best country in the world. Donald Trump likes to talk about how he's rebuilding the military with dollars. But when they're overseas serving, they come home and then maybe their spouse isn't there anymore. What do we care about that anymore? These are all empty terms. It's empty rhetoric. The number of people, even when we send people off to fight, you know what else we say when we're talking? We don't want to send our troops into harm's way over your monetary, what you want to make for your companies that paid you off. They said, well, they signed up for it. The degree of heartlessness and dismissal that a lot of these politicians have towards our troops when they talk about how much they love them is astronomical. We'll keep going through the whole thing over and over again. Hey, you know, if as long as you're married to some dirty illegal immigrant, we don't care anymore. When is this going to become a sticking point?
Yeah.
When are we gonna talk about this enough over and over and over again to the point where someone says, hey, let's not go into that war, and someone says, how dare you hate America? It's written in our DNA now, but it's not written in our DNA to treat people right.
It's so bizarre that we allow, in most cases it's the Republican Party, to have this reputation as supposedly supporting these different institutions, even though it is so contingent. Like they say they support the cops, for instance. Okay, but if you're a cop, and you were like serving, after 9/11 and you got cancer as a result of it, like Mitch McConnell is actively spitting in your face every single day. They don't support cops, they support cops who just killed an unarmed person. So in that limited case, they do support you. In the military, they say they support the military. They don't support the active members of the military. They support spending more money on the military. Yeah. Let me sketch a future of what being in the military is going to be like. You're gonna return from serving in Afghanistan. You're gonna return to the home where you used to have a family. They're all gone now, they've been deported. But you can console yourself with the fact that we have the F-35. Let's see if that makes your life any better. That is how they support the military. They support the dollars spent on the military because that money goes to military contractors. The actual people, they don't care about you at all.
How many people in the military fly F-35 fighter jets? How many of them?
I mean, it's not gonna be a ton.
How many of them use the most high-tech equipment? what percentage of our military that he likes to talk about, all of the fun things and toys that he wants to buy for them, actually goes to what they need and what they're doing. I'm sure a significant amount for things that they need to do other things. But what he likes to talk about is the things that like to pop up and make him look better. We remember when he first came in office, this president wanted to have a military parade because it's really cool. And I can put my face on the side of a tank and make everyone march with locked knees and put one arm up and have the bayonets over their shoulders. That's the picture that was in his head. And we'll see what happens on the 4th because he's planning something like that already. Yeah. That's the fun part. That's rebuilding the military in his own image because he has this God complex.
On the go? Don't worry, we got you covered. You can still listen to TYT at our new podcast network. Find us on Apple Podcasts, the Google Play Store, or at tyt.com/podcast.